Hello again, and this time we are going to talk about classroom behavior management. Classroom behavior management, that is your next quiz. I ask you to explain. And I have two slides here. However, I'm going to just focus on one slide because classroom behavior management, not many, places just use and in between classroom and behavior management. However, through this, classroom behavior management, we have two big components. We have a classroom management, and then we have a behavior management. And your chapter 11 is all about chapter 11 and 12 is all about the classroom management. So it's like as a teacher, so it's like chapter 11, I talk about, classroom management. It's a big fatty chapter. It's very long, and you read those, and then you're gonna make notes, highlights. So show me your reading. Okay, about the reading part, knowledge learning. I ask you. I think it's 4 chapters. Please read, and then I attached, some, previous students, my undergraduate students notes, so you can see what I meant. It's not, 100% just like a perfect one. However, this is what I meant. So while you're reading through, as a reader myself, when I read, I make a lot of side notes by the space, just like novels, anything. Just while I'm reading something I feel, I just make a note, and later, about 10 years later, 20 years later, you see one day just like, oh, I understand. I know, I loved this book in my 20s, and then you just pull it out, and then you will see, you will meet your 20s, you just see that note, and then, oh my gosh, did I write this? Did I feel like this? And then you will see that. So that is a wonderful way. It's a kind of a study skill. So why just instead of just reading through, you just make a jot note, and then, oh, I believe this is the first time I heard this one. I don't think I understand this one. Or just you can even, is that really true? And which case? And then many of my students make a note, yes, blah, blah classes. I heard about this one. Then when I went out to the classroom, I saw the one boy, showing this and that, and that's all kinds of a note. You just make it. And then my side, as your instructor and professor, I want to see you truly read the chapter. So that is a knowledge learning. So that will be your classroom management. So in the chapter 12, it's educational urgent care. I named it educational urgent care. So that is like urgent care medical term. I borrowed a lot of my system. I borrowed from medical system. Okay, so clinical teaching, diagnostic teaching, that is all medical term, right? So you diagnose and then you treat. So as a teacher, you assess and then you teach based on that, and then child deficiencies, what child needs. So that's what we do. So, chapter 11 is education urgent care. That is pretty much all about in the classroom, how you can support children, like urgent care. Urgent care, you don't need appointment. You don't have to wait for the doctors, right? Whenever you feel something not right, and then you can go to urgent care, and you don't even have to make an appointment. You just walk in. Like that, whenever students just show something, and as a teacher, you provide urgent care, you provide the assistance and accommodation to the child, so child can pass that moment, that difficult moment with your care. So that is a chapter 12 I made. That is another fatty chapter. However, it's a lot to cover. So anyway, let me share this slide. So, you can have a visual aid for this, part. So this is another quiz question I asked about the classroom behavior management framework. So we have two sets when we say classroom management, behavior management. As I said, chapter 11, chapter 12 is about the classroom management part. And then behavior management part is chapter 14. So whole chapter 3 is I talked about my, HEBSP, that's a holistic educational and behavioral success protocol. That is my system instead of using, functional behavior assessment and PBIS. So chapter 3, you can learn whole set of, what this, HEBSP means. So it's very just long, like about 9 stages there. You can learn about it. And then chapter 14, this is your final project you're gonna do, okay? So you have 4 chapter readings in class, and then you have three big projects. So project 1, you wanna do function FBA PBIS integrity study. That is FBA PBIS. You wanna analyze, evaluate how it affects of the one child. So you're gonna choose the one child first, and then you will just work on that child. So you must pick the child with functional behavior assessment and PBIS in system. Okay, so review those FBA PBIS first. That is your project 1, and then your project 2, you're gonna do data analysis and data collection for the HEBSP. So that you have that long evaluation data collection, and then what kind of data you choose. So like you saw school education success framework in the previous one, that is the pretty much you're gonna survey, you're gonna observe, and then you're gonna collect all those data. And then you're gonna develop chapter 14, about that. So anyway, here classroom management and behavior management. So what classroom management we have? Pretty much it's a classroom design, like an interior design. You have a new house, a brand new house, and then it's nothing there, right? Even though we have a floor plan, it's already all there, but interior part of where you're gonna put the furniture, you're gonna put the couch, bed, whose room is this? So you're gonna do all those setup. That's a classroom design. And then once you designed your classroom during the summer, and then once in September students come, and then you want to manage your classroom. So you are classroom manager, like a store manager. You are classroom manager. You are just leader of that classroom. So this part you need leadership skills. As a teacher, you need leadership skills. So higher other function, cognition, thinking. So this floor plan, room design, and then seating arrangement, and then grouping strategies are all related to about how you're gonna run the classroom, right? And then you're gonna make rules and then procedures. Again, this is a pretty much a big fatty assignment that I used to give my students, request to design their own classrooms. However, this time, you're gonna collect the data of the child classroom. So you have, in data templates, you have those sections. You're gonna read chapter 11. However, I skipped this assignment because of this, time constraints. So you're not gonna do it. So please just study yourself thoroughly, okay? And pretty much these are the portions of your classroom design, classroom, running management system you're gonna develop. So classroom rule is very important. You will see the many pages I talk about the classroom rules. It is not just like 5 or 6 rules you develop, and then why do you need that long pages? Because it is about the concept of what teaching means, what running the classroom means. That's what you're gonna learn. And then procedures, it's a routines, daily routines, daily procedures, daily schedules. So it's like a morning procedures. So your students know, when they step into the classroom, they know where backpacks go, where their jackets go, where their boots go during the winter time, right? And then rainy day, their umbrellas, and they just rain boots and all kinds of things. And then where homeworks go, where just parents folders go. So everything the student know. So you set up your classroom management system, and then you explain to students, you do rehearsal with the ABA method, praise, reinforcement, and then make that all habit. Okay, everything is like a human habit. So once the students know your rules and procedures as a habit, you don't have to say again, because they're just automatically, once they're just like a recess time and then they come to the classroom, they know right away what to do. In the morning, they know what to do. So that's the shaping your students' habits. So you're as a classroom manager, as a teacher, you shape your students so they can follow you without any difficulties and challenges. The last one is a class-wide student support system. That is like many people call it PBIS system, but this is more like individual based. That's why I call the class-wide student support system. That is, again, it's a whole classroom system. However, it tells the students what to expect when they do right, when they do wrong. Okay, when they just behave right, follow the teachers, and then just on-task behaviors. When they do not follow the teachers and off-task behaviors and disruptive behaviors, and then they could not finish their work, they know what to expect. So this is more like a whole country's your classroom constitution, and student understand. So I just focus on individual students. So that's why student support system, I named it. However, it has a very long explanation, description I provided, so you can understand. Because to be honest, you are very good leader of the classroom, and then your classroom management system is really run well. You don't need behavior management, this portion. You don't need a student with a functional behavior assessment, PBIS. So most of the cases, I'm not saying you are, all you have a student with a, FBA, and then you're not, good classroom manager, and then with a, good classroom framework. Yes, we have many students with really, some chronic difficulties and challenges emotionally and behaviorally, and then a lot of children with behavioral challenges have a distrust in adults. So it's not just caused by you. It is way ahead before, from the home and from, some other teachers, it could come. However, if you are very diligent teacher, I just, chapter 12, I talked about, walking teacher, working students, sitting teacher, and then walking students. Does it make sense? So walking teacher, you diligently walk around the classroom and assist the children, support the children, and then students will be work, right? They work, they stay, and they will be on task. However, teacher sits in their desk and then doing something else while they are giving the independent work to students and seat work, paperwork, and then students pretty much while teacher is just sitting and distracted, that means the students will be walking. They walk around and they will be disrupted. They will entertain themselves. So that's, I made that term. You're gonna read that in, chapter 12. It's like urgent care, educational urgent care, that chapter you're gonna read. So please, again, I didn't ask you to make this system. So please just make sure yourself being knowledgeable through the chapters. And then you're gonna do behavior management part. Okay, this is the PBIS, functional behavior assessment, and behavior intervention plan, and I called it HEBSP, so Holistic Educational and Behavioral Success Protocol. I called it. So you're gonna go out, and then for the child, And then pretty much in the first, slide, I showed you, school education success framework, right? Those areas we call it a precursory factor analysis. We say at-risk precursors, at risk. So pretty much students are not good in this part, those cognitive part, academic, those literacy, academic part, and then social emotional part, and then, maturity wide. These are all precursory. What is a precursor for? Behavioral problems, emotional problems, those challenging behaviors, right? So you have to know, really spend a lot of time on getting these, what really their weaknesses, deficiencies they have. So you have a very long list of, my instrument to see, and then for your behavioral collection, so you have a template, and then you have about, I forgot, how many pages, probably about, 20 something pages, very long list. So, and then it's all chapter 4, 5, 6. So you have chapter 4 and 5 has all those lists. However, the instrument has more there. And we call it HEBS dash, EDDA. So because I insist it's educator directed, assessment tools. So you're gonna, you will have that. And then chapter 6, I didn't ask you to submit that your reading result. However, chapter 6 is about children and behavioral, challenges. So behavioral communication, I call it children and behavioral communication. As I said, all human behaviors are communication. So it's not only children, it's adults as well. So this behavior spectrum, analysis, you will profiling about the children's behaviors. So these are about the children's precursory profiling. So I say student study and profiling. This is a behavior profiling you want to do. Okay, so this one, chapter 6, has all those lists, and then my EDDA has that list as well. So you have lots of, resources there. You're not just dancing, around by yourself. All system I provided, it's just a matter of how much time you invest and try to learn these. Okay, and then next one is a holistic educational behavioral success protocol you're going to develop. This will be your final project. It's a project 3 is a final project. So you have a 3 project in this class as an assignment about, other than reading assignment. So first one is functional, FBA, PBIS, integrity analysis and study. And then second one is all about the data collection part using, all these programs. And then 3, you will do this, okay? Final one is like a PBIS plan. It's similar to PBIS plan. However, how you just see the behavior, I don't say, this in my system, you don't pick the target behaviors. You just observe children's behaviors. You wanna just, write down every single behaviors. It could be just 5 behaviors. It could be 10 behaviors. It could be 20 behaviors. Just a little bit, just a small behaviors. You do not skip any behaviors. So it's not the ideal behavior, not on task behavior, not typical behaviors you expected to see. You will jot down all those behaviors, and then in your final project, you're gonna just make a rank. So it's a scope of behavior you get first, and then you're gonna rank those behaviors based on the severity, those severity and frequency. Frequency means it's a quantitative data, right? And the severity is more like a qualitative behavior. So all most frequent behavior doesn't mean it's the most severe one. However, it bothers the annoying teachers most, right? So you're gonna see those, and then chapter 14, chapter 3 and chapter 14, I gave you rank 1 behavior. What is could be rank 1 behavior, most mildest, scale, and then rank 2 behaviors, rank 3 behaviors, and rank 4 behaviors. And then I made a separate ranks for the ASD behaviors and disability-based behaviors, because ASD students' behaviors is more communication-based. So we have to, see those behaviors in a different way. So, about the management, shaping-wide behavior change plan and the PBIS plan, I propose, 2 parts. When we analyze those behaviors, we're gonna see just which one is more like education purpose, which one is behavior shaping purpose. That's why I say educational and behavioral success, because lots of student behaviors, we can transform that behavior as their skills and gift and talent, because they love it. Let's say just scribbling. They just scribble everywhere, right? In the wall and the furniture and desk. However, we can make that skills is a very nice drawing skills. We transform that skill to drawing, because they want to do something with a pencil and crayons. However, they don't know how to draw, how to write. And then that's what happens. Okay, so we're gonna have their desire to change it to the nice way, or they can just make a picture or just write, and that's the in a way just shaping the right skills. So anyway, this is a classroom, behavior. So I compared this, what is a classroom management, what is a behavior management. These are 2 parts. You're gonna to, understand. You don't have to read the chapter right now for the quiz. Just based on what I said, you just show your understanding in the quiz question. Okay, I'm gonna stop here.